see. You're like a pane of glass, I see right through you. Your soul is burning, so just breathe. Step by step, I walk with ease, determined.
Episode of The Way I See It. Yeah, man, today I want to touch a little bit on this new lockdown life and the whole internet living, you know, the whole internet socializing and a few other things, okay? First things first, big shout out to everybody out there. Big shout out to Raggy. You said that, you know, I should do this one here on the internet. Big shout out to Uncle G. He said I should do one on unity and the togetherness of the family. So I'm going to try and get it all kind of wrapped up in one, yeah? Alright, first things first, we're in a mad time, mad time, when the government don't want us to come together with our closest people. We've got elderly, you know, in their houses, isolating, not being able to see their thingy or get this togetherness that would normally be there. You know, grandkids are scared to go and see their grandparents because, you know, they don't want to give them no viruses. Yeah, it's a kind of a mad time. So what you find is that we've had an increase in using the internet as our association time, that, you know, for us to socialize. You know, there's lots of apps out there, Zoom, WhatsApp. You know, some of you may be on these gaming sites like Poker, or Pokerface, sorry, or, you know, there's so much different sites out there at the moment that's bringing people together that wouldn't normally be together. You know, the pros of that is that you guys are getting to socialize with people that you've never socialized with before, and the cons of that is that you're getting people who, you know, hiding behind the screen have become very toxic and nasty. You know, racism is rife. You know, how can I say, bullying is very rife on the internet. Very rife. You know, I've spent nights talking to guys, and, you know, somebody will jump in and they'll decide, well, you know, that guy's Asian, or that guy's black, or that guy's white, or that guy's fat, or that guy's, you understand what I'm saying? And then that becomes the object of bullying, and it's not nice. It's not nice. You know, many times I've had to scold people on the internet myself because of what I've seen, what I'm hearing. I'm not feeling this bully boy behaviour. The pros of the internet, the pros of this what's the name, is you've got people who are sitting in their house and they're not getting to see nobody. They're not getting to see nobody. So when they come on the internet, this is their freedom, isn't it? Like, yo, hello mate, how are you? Who are you? Where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. And then before you know it, you've got some new friend that was just from a total different background that you would have never ever spoke to if you walked past them on the street. So that is a very big pro to this new internet life that we're living. Yeah, I don't wanna get too wrapped up in it, but, you know, in times like now when we're kind of forced to divide, you know, unity is key. And if we can only find it through the internet, then by all means. But we have to be mindful of, excuse me guys, everybody comes from a different background and everybody has a different view. Yeah, so for you to be able to get on with that person on the other side of the screen, the same way how you expect them to take time for your view, you've got to take time to listen to their view. Now, it doesn't mean you have to necessarily agree with their view, but that a good debate is powerful for all involved. For, like I said, we only have our view. So by sharing the view with many, then you get the common view. You know, oh well, he thinks that's right, he thinks that's right, I think it's wrong, but I have to have understanding that that's what it is. We have to understand that this world is built on divide and conquer. So, you know, borders are put in place to separate a land, and then who's living on that side of the border and who's living on that side of the border, say it's north and south. You know, you've got a difference because I come from the north and you come from the south. So I can dislike you because you come from the south and you come from the north. No, it's a load of rubbish. We're all one set of humans, you know. Yes, you got black, white, Asian, whatever, but deep down, we all got a heart, and if you cut us, we bleed, you know. I don't really want to get off the point too much, but unity is a big key in life. A big key in life. I was speaking to my brother Rags the other day, and he was speaking about a family, and all the family live in one house. They work in one big supermarket chain, but when you see these guys turn up, they're pulling up in Porsches and Ferraris and blah, 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 blah. And this isn't because they're drug dealers or they're out there doing no good. This is because they're working with the power of unity. They all live in one house, they all put the pot into, all their wages into one pot, and then at the end of the year they can turn around and divvy up the pot how is needed to benefit the family in the best way. We need togetherness. We need togetherness. You know, we're sitting here on the back end of coronavirus and the back end of Brexit, and we're going to realise, as a small island that we are, the UK, that stuff isn't as rosy as it has been before while we've been the front leader of things. Do you understand what I mean? And that means that the people upstairs are going to tighten up the belt on the people who are downstairs. So, you know, to the working class and so forth, you know, I think that you guys, including myself, need to be working on unity. As much unity as possible, because together we conquer everything and divided we fall. Okay? So when they use the terminology divide and conquer, they already got that in their head. You know, divided, they fall. Do you understand what I mean? So together is unity, powerful. Yeah? Again, let's go to the household and the benefits of unity in the household. I would say that you have two parents in every household. Now, sometimes the parents may be separated and sometimes the parents may be stuck together. But what we have to show is a united front at all times to the children. Because when you divide yourself as a parent and you say, well, my way's the only way, and the other parent says, well, my way's the only way, the child has two different ways to turn, which brings confusion. So I would say, as parents, you guys need to come together, you know, have the debate before you go to the child, and say, right, this is the common ground that we're going to step forward with, and this is the way how we're going to teach. Because confusion is no good for nobody. Yeah? I was having a conversation yesterday with one of my uncles, and I was saying that there's a lot of people out there, family members X, Y, and Z, that while you're on a so-called, I say, righteous path, that they cannot come and do whatever is bad around you, right? But they've always got a safety or a safe haven with you when you remain the way that you are. So, you know, so for instance, if you're a non-drinker and your friends are alcoholic, they won't come around you to become an alcoholic. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when they're in problems with their alcoholism, they're going to go to the place where they know that they're safe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to stay kind of pious in what is right to give the people who are not following up to that righteousness, to give them a safe haven to turn around and be able to go to. Back to the point of the united family, mums, dads, uncles, aunties, you know, we need to stop giving the, how can I say it, the double standards, the cross information. We've got to have, you know, this is the rule, and, you know, try to your best to live to that rule. Because if you haven't got no guidance, then, you know, it's all crazy, you know. I don't want to make this video too long, and I hope I've got across a few points. Divide and conquer is what the world's made on, and unity is what the world's built with. Yeah? The people who are in control, they need the unity of the people in the things, you know, so they need you all to go to work so you can pay the taxes, and they can, you know, they can carry on siphoning off the taxes. They need you all to, you know, jump on the train in the morning to turn around and go to work so that the train company can make money and they can earn money, but then they don't want you talking on the train. I want to go a little bit deeper into the situation with the masks and all this stuff that's going on. I don't want to give anybody the wrong impressions of what's going on, but I'll touch a little bit. And what I will say again, we are put into a position where they are trying to conquer the people, sedate the people to a level of thinking that is really a little bit below the people. Yeah, the masks, they're not protecting us. Yeah, the masks ain't protecting us. They are just another way to help their computers work. As in, they brought in CCTV now, and the CCTV is facial recognition. With the facial recognition, it wasn't working well. There's too many people who look similar. So now they're training the cameras on the retina scan, on the eyes. So because of that now is why we have to wear masks. The masks have nothing to do with covering up. But we'll get onto that again in another debate. You guys, I hope this video was a little bit informative, and yeah, I hope I didn't stray too much off the point. But unity is the key. We need to get a little bit of unity, guys. As much unity as possible. Please do not leave your parents and your old folk without contacting them. If you are too scared to go and see them, then please video calls and all of these things, because the mind becomes weak when not exercised. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when left to his own devices, it also makes up what it wants to make up. So Alzheimer's, all of these things will play a big part in the next so many years. I hear the suicide rate is up as well. Guys, please, you cannot be scared of your own company. You know, you need to get books, you need to get things that can help develop the brain. Do not be scared of your own company. Yeah, and suicide isn't the answer. Okay. Again, I don't want to stretch out the video too much. thank you very much for taking time to listen to what I'm saying. I hope I didn't stray left or right too much from the points. Unity is key. Yeah, divide and conquer is their game, and the internet, the new internet life is a crazy one, but it could be used for pros and cons. No accepting of any type of bullying, but anything that brings us together, we're up for. Okay, thanks very much for joining me again, Ras Debo, for The Way I See It.
See, you're like a pane of glass, I see right through you. Your soul is burning, so just breathe. Step by step, I walk with ease.
You're transparent, your stance cloud, your mouth is loud when you're in the crowd. Can't salute when I hear you talk. I feel to walk, I don't like the sound. Sight is powered by shock of power. That's right, and keep the negative out. Eyes are open, wide shut, they're open. Rise up and drop the enemy out.